All right, so welcome to another Ask Me Anything video. Today's question is regarding third circle theory and the sequel. Many people have been emailing asking about if I'm going to be writing a sequel to third circle theory, and they're asking a little bit about if the sequel is going to involve more business practicalities or practices that can ultimately lead to being more successful running a business rather than the mindset and the psychological aspect of entrepreneurship like Third Circle was. The short answer for that is yes. I am writing kind of a second book to follow Third Circle. It is not going to be called Third Circle 2. It is called Radius, and it will be talking about the mechanics behind entrepreneurship, as in more of the practicality and the best practices to turning your ventures into businesses and actually creating specific processes in order to actually generate money and be able to grow a business from from A to Z. So that's kind of like the gist of what, the focus of what Radius will be. I have a very unique approach to business, which I think is going to be kind of the core functionality, or I guess the core message behind Radius. The tool that it's going to help you kind of uncover within yourself is the ability to create processes for your business literally in like 5 seconds. So it's going to be more about teaching you how to actually create processes and the thought process behind how processes are born and created in businesses. So look for that book mid 2015 to late 2015. I'm still writing it. It's maybe 20% written, but I tend to write fast once I get in a mode. So it could be as early as like June in terms of completion, but it probably won't get released till sometime around September. Part of the reason why I held on so long for kind of writing a second book is because I never write books in order to sell them. I write books for people to read them. And I don't believe to date, even though Third Circle Theory has had tremendous amount of success and has been very well received by the people that have read it, also by a lot of business groups in the community, education centers, and people who are kind of making it their go-to like resource book for entrepreneurship. I still don't think it's where it needs to be. Like I'm a big believer that the message in that book is good enough to reach 1 million people plus. And I don't mean 1 million copies sold, but I mean 1 million people plus that are actually acting upon the learnings they're getting from the book. So I would, say that I'm still kind of holding off releasing Radius in a sense, or I held off to date to releasing Radius because I wanted to make sure that people were still taking in the Third Circle message, and I didn't want my team's marketing of Third Circle to slow down by any means because we have a second book. And you see, the thing that happens with every business is when you have a new product, if you have something new and exciting, you kind of release it, and what ends up happening is it takes away from kind of your older products. Now, it could bring more attention to them because obviously you're marketing something and people are going to do research and find out a lot about kind of other things you've done in the past. But very importantly, it's going to take away from the message that there's more than one book to kind of master entrepreneurship. And I really wanted to kind of focus on not offering more than one book, to having Third Circle Theory be that book, which is why I've kind of held off this long to kind of starting the next phase of the Third Circle Theory learnings, which now phase 2 is almost there. So stay tuned with us. There'll be more information. We'll also be opening up a pre-sale list for people who want to go ahead and get in on the book early on. We'll be offering it to existing Third Circle readers, not as a package like we've kind of positioned Third Circle as, but rather as one book for anyone that wants to kind of jump in that's already read Third Circle. So stay tuned with us and look for these new updates coming up sometime, I would say by June of this year. Today's Ask Me Anything comes to us from someone from YouTube actually that asks, how do you keep people motivated on your team?